Okay, before I start this video, I just want to say that I'm really sorry. I'm at home in North Carolina, so I don't have my tripod, I don't have my microphone. I'm in weird lighting. It's a mess, but it's okay. We're working with it. So I am doing this video on a lot of questions that people are asking me about Emerson, because a lot of comments on my vlogs and stuff have been asking about how I got in and what it's like at Emerson and those kinds of things. So I'm answering all of those questions. So I am just going to read through the comments on those videos and answer them, and then also answer some other questions that I think prospective students or incoming freshmen might have about Emerson. Also, I got some of the nicest comments on that. Like, I don't know, it made me feel really good. Thanks, y'all. Mrs. J. Okay, so one comment I got is, can you film a video about how you got into Emerson College and any difficulties you overcame? Okay, so I applied early decision, which is non-binding, and I applied not only to Emerson but also to the honors program. So what that is, it's just an extra essay, and I definitely recommend applying to that because it's a half tuition scholarship, which is really great, and I ended up getting it, so I'm in the honors program at Emerson. So you apply through the online portal, the Common App, and you submit all your essays through that, and then you find out. I found out in early December, and that's because I was early decision. I think regular decision finds out in March or something. So it wasn't too difficult for me to apply, just because it is the Common App, and all of my schools I applied to were Common App. But the honors essay was definitely the hardest part for me. But yeah, I got in early decision, which was so great. Me and all of my suite mates actually ended up being early decision, which was awesome because we talked to each other before there was, you know, twice the amount of students, which made it so much easier to pick each other for suite mates. Another thing that I was worried about when I was applying was my resume and my portfolio. So when you're applying to be a VMA major, which is my major, you submit a film resume and a film portfolio. So I submitted some of my pieces that I was really proud of, and I was hoping that they were good enough to get me in because I knew that my grades would be hopefully good enough to get me in, but I was worried about my artistic skills. So that was probably a difficult thing for me as well. But other than that, the application process was pretty smooth, pretty easy, and I found out pretty quick as well. So another question I have was on my dorm tour video, and it was, are most dorms at Emerson this way, or are these more expensive? So I live in Piano Row, which is one of the 4 dorms on campus. I live in a suite of 6, and my room is a double. So the double is the usual room that most people are in. There's some triples, and in Colonial, another dorm, there are singles, and the singles are more expensive. The triples are less expensive, but the doubles are normal. So regardless if you're living in just an isolated double or a suite, they're the same price. So that's the normal price that you get for a dorm. I live in a suite of 6, but some people live in suites of 4 in Paramount, or doubles in LB, or suites of doubles in LB. So pretty much it's all the same price unless you're in a Colonial single or a triple, which is slightly cheaper. I am so happy with my dorm. Piano Row is my favorite dorm. I mean, to be fair, I live there, so I love it. I'm so happy with it. I have 3 bedrooms, bathroom, living room, kitchen. It's perfect for me. And you don't get the traditional freshman style like hall living that you get in LB. So if you're in LB, you'll get the really freshman environment that you want with, you know, your floor tends to bond more. But for me, that I was really happy with my suite mates, and I was fine with being on a floor where you don't talk as much to other suites. So I don't really know anyone on my floor other than my suite. I mean, like, I'll smile at them in the elevator, but I don't really know them. I mean, I could make more of an effort if I wanted to, but I'm happy with knowing my 6 or my 5 other suite mates really well. If you're in LB, you get more of that freshman floor that bonds really well vibe. So it feels more like that traditional freshman dorm. Some people really like that. They like having a really big support system when you're new to a school. Some people find it overwhelming. Some people find it slightly annoying. But it is, what I've heard, it is nice to have that at the beginning. Such a big support group of people, and all freshmen that get to know each other really fast. Colonial is typically not underclassmen, but I know that because they're building a new dorm right now, I think it will be all underclassmen next year. So I don't really know much about that, other than that it is singles, and it's the same thing as Piano Row in that there's not that vibe that they have in LB. And I'm pretty sure Paramount is like Piano Row and Colonial too. So those three are all in that slightly isolated in your suites vibe, and then LB is really like communal, and because there's communal bathrooms and you really get to know everyone on your floor more. So it's just personal preference. I was really happy to be in a suite because I like my living situation. Obviously, if like you're more unsure about that, you might want to go to LB. It's just really what you are looking for. I went way off on that question. That was just about expensive, but we're talking about dorms now. So how did you find such good roommates that were so similar to you in the way of like being organized and stuff? What was that process like? Okay, so when you get into Emerson, there's like a Facebook group for like accepted students, and you'll be put in that, and you can talk to other freshman students or incoming freshmen and post about rooming and stuff. So I posted a little paragraph about myself, and then I tried to find people that I thought I would have things in common with. So I ended up finding my roommate Riley, and we met first, and then after that I was talking to all kinds of people, a bunch of people that I like see around campus now, and we ended up finding a group of 6 girls that we thought we would get along really well together. So you can request all of your suite mates that you want. I don't think it's 100% that you'll get all of them, but we did. We got all 6 of us together, and yeah, you can request your roommate and then all of their suite mates. And you can also request your dorm, so you have like a pecking order of what dorms you want. So we had Piano Row as first, and then the other 3 in order. So we ended up getting Piano Row, we ended up getting all 6 of us in a suite, and it worked out really well. Originally, we didn't have we were all together in the suite, but the pairings were different for who we were gonna room with, but we ended up just getting it switched when we moved in, and it was really easy. You don't have to find all your roommates ahead of time, your suite mates. You can go random, and I know a lot of people that do go random, and it works out great. And I know that if you do have an issue with your roommate, there is a way to switch out of it. Like, they're not going to put you in a place that you don't want to be. I look very orange in this lighting. Ugh, take me back to Boston. So some questions that I asked when I was talking to people about rooming, I asked, you know, what's your sleep schedule like? Are you a night owl, or do you get up early? How organized are you? What's your major, and like where are you from, and all that basic stuff. But more importantly, it's really important to find roommates that you can live well together with, because that's the most important thing. I mean, friendship is a bonus, and I ended up being really good friends with all of my suite mates, but you want to be able to live with them more importantly. So what's worked out so well about my suite, and why I think it's worked great, is that we're all friends, but we all have other friends outside of the suite. So we all have other groups or clubs we're involved in, or like me and my roommate are actually both in the same sorority. So we have other things we're involved in, but when we're all together, we're still good friends, and we can still hang out together and do things and still have fun. And it's really good to strike that balance, because you don't want to be too dependent on your suite and not make other friends, but you don't want to have an environment where you're not friendly and nice to each other. Did you pick your roommates, or were they randomly assigned? I talked about that. I got a lot of really nice comments, which was really, really cool. So I'm trying to think of anything else that I wanted to know as an incoming freshman. I'll talk about classes a bit. So I'm a VMA major, which is the biggest major at Emerson. And you, as a freshman, you take a lot of your major requirements and your gen eds. So I took my first semester History of Media Arts 1, which if you're a VMA, you'll take your first semester. Speech Communication, which most people take their freshman year. Visual Media Arts Production class, and then because I'm in honors, I took my honors seminar, but if you're not in honors, you'll take college writing. I really enjoyed all of my classes. There was not one class that I hated. I genuinely liked all of my classes and all of my professors. I know that some people don't like some of their classes or professors, but I feel like I got really lucky because I genuinely liked it all. That doesn't mean it was easy, because I definitely, struggled. I didn't get a 4.0 this semester, but I really felt like I was learning a lot, and I really liked the people that I was learning from. I also really liked my peers and the environment that I was in. Not everybody has that same experience, but I feel like I got really lucky with that. So if you watched my day in the life vlog, you'll see that an average day for a student, or at least for me, involves going to class, having lunch or dinner with your friends, going to club meetings, going to crew calls. If you work for, I worked for Emerson Channel, so I might go work on set for a while. There's all kinds of things. If you're in a sport, you're going to go to practice. If you're in a sorority, you might have chapter. There's all kinds of stuff happening all the time. And something that I found this past semester is that you're never bored. You're always going to have something to do, and there's always going to be a show you can go see, or a friend you can support, an event, or a sport you can go watch. There's always something happening on campus, always multiple things happening on campus. There's the Emerson Channel that you can watch. There's all radio stations that you can listen to. There's never a dull moment on campus. That being said, you are able to go back to your dorm and rest. You are able to take downtime for yourself. Even though you live in a place with a lot of people, your roommate, your roommates, not everyone's gonna always be there. So there are gonna be times when I can go back to my room, my roommate won't be there, I can just watch Netflix or take a nap or whatever. It's not always crazy. You are able to find downtime. There is a party scene on weekends. It's not pressure. I've never felt pressure to go out to a party. I am in a sorority, which means that there are more sorority events that I can go to and mixers and things. And that really helped me branch out and meet new people and meet other grades of people. But it's not that typical sorority vibe that you expect from a state school. It's a very small art school, so it's very different. It's so accepting. I never felt pressured. I never felt hazed. It's definitely something I'm really happy I did, and will definitely benefit me socially and professionally throughout my college career and beyond. Okay, yeah, I'll talk about resources on campus. There are all kinds of resources. When I say there's something for everything, there seriously is. There's ECAPS, which is our counseling center. There's a health and wellness center. There's academic advising. There's career advising, multicultural. There's centers for everything and people there to help you. There's a great alumni network as well. There's all your professors have office hours. You have your RAs and your IDs. There's just a lot of people there to help you be happy and successful. In addition to all the on-campus resources and all the on-campus activities, there's also all the study abroad stuff. So next fall, I'm spending it in the castle. I'll be in the Netherlands, traveling every weekend. I'm so excited. And then there's also the LA program. There's all kinds of other study abroad programs. I know there's a castle in Austria that we own now. I don't know, it seems cool. There's just so many cool things that we have, so many opportunities that I'm really glad that I went to this school for, because I feel like I can do anything. Oh, not to mention, in terms of doing anything, if you want to start something, you can. You can do anything you want to if you put the effort in. And I've been talking about Emerson a lot, but not to mention we're in Boston. There's literally so many things in Boston as well. If you want to get a job off campus, you can. If you want to go to a concert one weekend, you can. If you want to walk and get ice cream, you can. It's literally awesome. You can just do anything you want. So yeah, I hope I answered all the questions that you have about Emerson. I could not be happier with my first semester. It went so well. There's a few bumps along the road, but that's expected. Overall, it was really great. I can't rave about Emerson more. I'm really glad that I went there. Honestly, it's made me grow so much as a person, and I've had so many amazing experiences and met so many people and made so many friends. It's perfect, and I love it so much. So yeah, if you have any more questions about Emerson, please leave them in the comments. I will totally reply to all of them, and I hope that this was helpful. I hope that people that were thinking about Emerson now apply. I hope that some people that have applied but gotten in but aren't sure made them sure. I really recommend this school, and I hope to see some of you guys there next fall. Yeah, next fall. No, I'll be in the castle. Next spring. I'll be there next spring. Okay. Thanks for watching. Bye. Wait, okay, I'll do my artsy thing. I go to art school.